Daily Horoscope Analysis. Gemini on April 8, 2025. Welcome to your detailed astrological forecast, Gemini. Today's cosmic energies are particularly significant for your sign as we explore what the stars have in store for you on April 8, 2025. General Overview. April 8, 2025 presents you with a dynamic and intellectually stimulating day. As Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a trine with Uranus, there's a spark of innovative thinking and unexpected insights illuminating your path. This is a day when your naturally curious nature is heightened, and you may find yourself drawn to new information, technologies, or social connections. The moon will be in fellow air sign Aquarius, further amplifying your intellectual pursuits and desire for freedom and exploration. Planetary influences. Let's break down the key celestial movements affecting your sign today. Mercury in Aries is forming that powerful trine with Uranus, currently in your own sign of Gemini. This creates a lightning bolt of mental energy and innovative ideas, a perfect match for your quick-witted nature. Meanwhile, Venus in Taurus is squaring Jupiter in Aquarius, creating an interesting tension between material comforts and your expansive social ideals. Mars is currently moving through sensitive Pisces, adding an undercurrent of emotional drive to your actions that might feel somewhat unfamiliar to your typically rational approach. Saturn in Pisces is forming a supportive sextile to the Sun in Taurus, providing some welcome structure and discipline to your creative endeavors. And of course, that Aquarius moon is supporting your intellectual curiosity and humanitarian instincts throughout the day. Love and relationships. For Geminis in committed relationships, April 8 brings refreshing energy to your partnerships. Communications will flow more easily today, allowing you to express feelings and thoughts that might typically remain beneath the surface. You might surprise yourself with the depth of your emotional revelations, and your partner will likely be receptive to this more vulnerable side of yourself. Single Geminis should keep their eyes open for someone intellectually stimulating in an unexpected setting, possibly through technology, social media, or in an educational environment. The connection may begin with a mental spark rather than immediate physical attraction, but could quickly evolve into something meaningful. The Venus-Jupiter square suggests potential conflicts between your values and a partner's more idealistic visions, but this can be navigated through the honest communication that today's aspects support. Remember that differing perspectives can strengthen rather than weaken your bonds if approached with genuine curiosity. Career and finances. In your professional life, this is truly an excellent day for brainstorming, pitching new ideas, or implementing technological innovations. Your colleagues and superiors will be particularly receptive to your creative thinking, especially if you can demonstrate how your ideas connect seemingly unrelated concepts or solve long-standing problems. Financial matters require a balanced approach today. The urge to splurge on new gadgets or information resources may be strong with that Mercury-Uranus influence, but Saturn's disciplined energy suggests the wisdom of maintaining restraint in spending. Consider investing in education or skills development rather than impulse purchases. The long-term benefits will far outweigh momentary satisfaction. If you've been considering a career change or development that involves communication, technology, or information sharing, today's aspects provide supportive energy for making initial plans or putting out feelers in your network. Health and well-being. Your mental energy is at a peak today, Gemini, but be mindful of potential nervous tension or scattered focus that could result from this heightened state. Mind-body practices like yoga, tai chi, or even dance would be particularly beneficial, helping to ground your mental electricity and prevent overthinking or anxiety. With Mars in sensitive Pisces, your immune system may be somewhat vulnerable, so pay extra attention to adequate rest and hydration. Your tendency to push through mental fatigue could leave you depleted if you're not careful. Breathing exercises would be particularly beneficial for maintaining balance and calming an overactive mind. Consider incorporating foods that support brain function today, Omega-3 rich options like walnuts, flax seeds, or fatty fish would be excellent choices. Also, ensure you're getting enough B vitamins to support your heightened mental activity. Social connections. The Aquarius moon makes this an excellent day for group activities, networking, and community involvement. You may find yourself drawn to humanitarian causes or innovative social groups where ideas flow freely. Your natural charm is enhanced today, making it easier to connect with like-minded individuals. Digital connections are particularly favored under today's aspects. Online communities, social media, or virtual gatherings could bring unexpected and valuable connections. Don't dismiss someone who approaches you with an unusual perspective or background. Today's energy supports learning through diversity of thought. You might also find yourself taking on a teaching or mentoring role today, as your ability to communicate complex ideas is especially strong. Sharing your knowledge could create meaningful bonds that last well beyond this single day. Personal growth. With Uranus in your sign forming that powerful trine to Mercury, this is a day of potential breakthroughs in self-understanding. Old thought patterns can be disrupted in positive ways, allowing for fresh perspectives on long-standing personal questions or limitations you've placed on yourself. Journal writing or recording voice notes of your insights would be particularly valuable today, as realizations may come quickly and then transform. You're likely to have moments of clarity about your communication style, intellectual pursuits, or how you process information. This is also an excellent day for beginning a new course of study or exploring a subject that has always interested you but seemed outside your usual wheelhouse. Your capacity to absorb and integrate new information is heightened. Challenges. The main challenge for you today lies in maintaining focus, Gemini. With so many ideas and possibilities presenting themselves, you may feel pulled in multiple directions. Creating a priority list in the morning and setting specific time blocks for different activities would help manage this scattered energy. The Venus-Jupiter square might also create some tension between your desire for material security and your more idealistic aspirations. You might find yourself questioning whether your current path aligns with your values and broader vision for society. There's also a risk of overthinking or becoming too caught up in theoretical possibilities rather than practical actions. Remember to ground yourself periodically throughout the day by connecting with your physical body through movement or simply noticing your breath and surroundings. Opportunities. April 8 presents exceptional opportunities for intellectual exploration, creative problem-solving, and social networking. The Mercury-Uranus trine is a rare and powerful aspect for mental breakthroughs and innovative thinking that perfectly aligns with your natural Gemini gifts. There may be unexpected opportunities for learning or teaching that match perfectly with your evolving interests. Keep an eye out for announcements, invitations, or chance encounters that could lead to intellectual growth. This is also a favorable day for technology upgrades, implementing new communication systems, or finding more efficient ways to manage information. Your intuitive understanding of these tools is enhanced, making it easier to adapt to new methods or platforms. Timing considerations. The cosmic energies shift throughout the day, making certain hours more favorable for specific activities. Early morning, 6 a.m. 9 a.m. Your mind will be especially clear and creative during these hours, ideal for planning your day, journaling, or tackling your most important intellectual tasks. Mid-morning, 9 a.m. 12 p.m. This is the golden window for important communications, meetings, or presentations. Your ability to articulate complex ideas will be at its peak. Afternoon, 12 p.m. 5 p.m. The collective energy supports collaborative work and social connections. Schedule team projects, networking, or social media engagement during these hours. Evening, 5 p.m. 10 p.m. As the mental energy begins to wane, this becomes ideal for relaxation and regenerative activities that don't require intense concentration. Late night, 10 p.m. 6 a.m. You might experience insomnia or particularly vivid dreams due to the day's mental stimulation. Keep a dream journal nearby, as valuable insights may emerge during these hours. Special guidance. For April 8, 2025, embrace the innovative energy while maintaining some practical grounding. Consider these specific suggestions. Dedicate at least 30 minutes to brainstorming that project or idea you've been contemplating. Your insights will be especially powerful today. Reach out to someone whose intellectual perspective you value, but haven't connected with recently. The conversation could spark important revelations. Experiment with a new communication tool or technology that might streamline your work or personal expression. Practice 2-minute mindfulness breaks whenever you feel your thoughts becoming scattered or overwhelming. Balance digital connections with at least one meaningful face-to-face conversation to ground your social energy. Consider how your unique ideas might benefit your community or social network in practical ways. Trust unusual insights that come through during quiet moments. They may seem random, but could contain important puzzle pieces for your larger life picture. Spiritual dimension. The Aquarius moon combined with the Mercury-Uranus aspect creates a day of potential spiritual insights that come through intellectual channels rather than emotional ones. You might find wisdom in scientific discoveries, technological innovations, or through connecting seemingly unrelated ideas. This is a day when your mind can access higher understanding through rational means, a particularly comfortable spiritual approach for an air sign like yourself. Consider exploring philosophical texts that examine the nature of consciousness, reality, or human connection. Synchronicities may be especially noticeable today. Pay attention to meaningful coincidences, repeated numbers, or patterns that seem to speak directly to your current questions or concerns. These can serve as guideposts from the universe. Long-term perspective. This day represents a significant moment in your longer journey through 2025 as Uranus continues its transit through your sign, revolutionizing your sense of self and personal expression. The insights and connections you make today contribute to a larger transformation in how you communicate and process information. Seeds planted today, especially around communication methods, intellectual pursuits, and technological adaptations, will continue to develop throughout the year. Some of the ideas that seem merely interesting today may become foundational to your path by year's end. Consider keeping a dedicated journal or digital document of insights gained on April 8, as you may want to refer back to them in October 2025 when a complementary aspect pattern emerges. Historic astrological context. It's worth noting that this particular arrangement of planets echoes patterns from April 2017, when you may have experienced similar breakthroughs or shifts in perspective. Consider what was happening in your life then, particularly around communication, technology, and intellectual pursuits. This current transit offers a chance to build upon or revise those earlier developments. If certain ideas or relationships from that period resurface, pay particular attention. There may be unfinished business or unrealized potential to explore. Gemstone and color recommendations. The energies of April 8, 2025 would be complemented by certain stones and colors that align with its vibrational quality. Carry or wear blue lace agate to help organize your thoughts and facilitate clear communication of complex ideas. Citrine can help maintain optimism and focus while navigating multiple possibilities and preventing scattered energy. Consider incorporating electric blue and silver into your environment or attire to enhance mental clarity and innovation. Yellow accents, your natural Gemini color, can help maintain your core energy during this intellectually intense day. Affirmation for the day. Repeat this affirmation during moments of overwhelm or uncertainty. I embrace new ideas while maintaining focus on what truly matters. My mind is both expansive and discerning. Cosmic curiosity, on this particular day, pay special attention to unexpected connections between different areas of your life. The rare Mercury-Uranus trine suggests that seeming coincidences may actually be meaningful patterns pointing toward your next steps. Notice recurring themes, numbers, or symbols that appear throughout your day. They may contain important messages for your journey. The universe often speaks in patterns, and today your pattern recognition skills are especially heightened. Final thoughts. April 8, 2025 offers you a day of exceptional mental clarity and innovative thinking, dear Gemini. While the energy may feel scattered at times, the potential for breakthroughs in understanding and communication is significant. By balancing your natural curiosity with some practical grounding influences, you can make the most of this cosmic alignment. Remember that the insights gained today have long-term implications, particularly for how you process and share information. Trust your intellectual instincts while remaining open to unexpected perspectives. Today's stars align perfectly with your Gemini nature, offering a rare opportunity to experience your mental abilities at their peak while simultaneously expanding your understanding of how those abilities can serve both your personal growth and your contribution to the collective. Embrace this day of mental electricity and innovation. It's tailor-made for your Gemini spirit. On April 8, 2025, Gemini experiences a fascinating planetary alignment that significantly impacts your mental agility and communication style. The Sun in Aries is positioned in your 11th house of social connections and future goals, creating a dynamic energy that propels your innovative ideas forward. This placement empowers your ability to connect disparate concepts and share them with larger networks. The Sun forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter, amplifying your natural eloquence and intellectual curiosity. Mercury, your ruling planet, is positioned in Pisces in your 10th house of career and public reputation. This creates an interesting dynamic where your typically logical and analytical approach becomes infused with intuition and creative insight. Mercury is moving at a normal pace, having recently cleared its post-retrograde shadow period from March, allowing your thought processes to flow more freely than they have in recent weeks. However, Mercury's position in Pisces may occasionally cloud your typically clear communication, requiring you to double-check details in professional settings. The Moon transits through Capricorn in your 8th house of shared resources, transformation, and psychological depth on this day. This lunar placement brings a serious, methodical energy to your emotional landscape, potentially highlighting matters related to joint finances, investments, or emotional entanglements. You may feel more strategic and disciplined about addressing these deeper matters than usual. Venus, positioned in Taurus in your 12th house of the subconscious, creates a subtle but powerful influence on your day. This placement suggests that behind the scenes, you're cultivating valuable connections or creative projects that aren't yet ready to be revealed. Venus in this position can also indicate finding pleasure in solitude or spiritual practices. Mars in Cáncer occupies your 2nd house of personal resources and values, bringing a protective, emotionally driven energy to matters of finances and possessions. You might feel more defensive about your resources or more motivated to secure your material well-being through initiatives that align with your emotional needs. Jupiter in Gemini is a particularly significant placement, as the planet of expansion is moving through your 1st house of self and identity. This transit, which happens approximately every 12 years, marks a period of personal growth, increased confidence, and new beginnings. On April 8th specifically, Jupiter forms a harmonious aspect with the Sun, creating an especially fortuitous day for personal projects and self-expression. Saturn continues its journey through Pisces in your 10th house of career and public image, bringing structure and discipline to your professional life. This placement suggests you're in a period of career consolidation and authority building. On this particular day, Saturn forms a challenging square with Mercury, which may require extra effort to clearly communicate your expertise and authority in professional settings. Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term residence in your 12th house, bringing unexpected insights from your subconscious and potentially disrupting sleep patterns or private routines. Pluto, having recently entered Aquarius, occupies your 9th house of higher learning and belief systems, gradually transforming your philosophical outlook and approach to education or travel. Neptune in Aries in your 11th house creates an interesting dynamic with your social circles, infusing your community connections with idealism and occasionally confusion. Pay attention to which social connections feel genuine versus which ones seem clouded by illusion. The North Node in late Aries in your 11th house suggests your evolutionary path involves embracing group collaborations and humanitarian concerns. This nodal position encourages you to move beyond your comfort zone of individual intellectual pursuits toward more collective endeavors. A notable aspect on this day is a square between Mercury in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces, creating some tension between your communication style and professional obligations. You might feel that your words are being scrutinized by authority figures, requiring extra precision in how you express yourself in career contexts. For Gemini, April 8th's planetary positions suggest a day of intellectual stimulation with some communicative challenges in professional settings. The beneficial Jupiter transit through your sign provides a protective influence, helping you navigate any difficulties with optimism and an expanded perspective. Your ruling planet Mercury in Pisces requires more attention to detail than usual, but also grants you creative insights that can benefit your career trajectory if properly applied. As the cosmic energies align on April 8, 2025, Gemini natives find themselves at a fascinating communication crossroads. Mercury, your ruling planet, is currently positioned at approximately 17 degrees in Aries, bringing a bold and decisive quality to your normally flexible expression style. This planetary placement empowers you to speak with greater conviction and authority today, cutting through ambiguity to reach the heart of matters that have perhaps been left unaddressed. The Arian influence on Mercury adds a pioneering quality to your thoughts. You're likely to be the first to express ideas that others are only beginning to consider. The Mercury-Mars trine forming in the sky at an almost exact 120-degree angle creates a particularly potent energy field for intellectual pursuits. Your mind is operating with exceptional quickness today, allowing you to connect dots between seemingly unrelated concepts and articulate complex ideas with remarkable clarity. For Geminis working in creative fields, writing, teaching, or media, this aspect provides a significant boost to your output quality and reception. The words seem to flow with unusual ease, and writer's block, if you've been experiencing it, temporarily dissolves. Communication channels that may have been blocked or complicated in recent weeks suddenly appear to clear up as Mercury has fully emerged from its shadow phase, following the last retrograde period that ended in late March. The lunar position at 14 degrees Leo harmonizes with your natural air element, enhancing your ability to express yourself not just logically, but with heartfelt enthusiasm and dramatic flair. Your audience, whether colleagues, friends, or social media followers, will find your perspectives particularly magnetic and compelling today. Digital communications receive special cosmic emphasis as Uranus, the planet of technology and innovation, forms a sextile with your ruling planet. Messages sent electronically carry more weight and impact than usual, so compose your emails, texts, and social media posts with thoughtful intention. A seemingly casual comment could lead to unexpected opportunities or connections, particularly around midday when the moon forms a favorable aspect to Mercury. The hours between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. offer the most auspicious window for important digital communications. For Geminis who have been struggling to find the right words for a difficult conversation, today offers a rare window of astrological support. The planetary alignment grants you both the courage and tactfulness needed to navigate sensitive discussions. Notice how your typical verbal agility is enhanced by a newfound depth of emotional intelligence. You're not just communicating to exchange information, but to create meaningful connections and understanding. This is particularly evident in one-on-one conversations where the subtle energies can flow most directly. The positioning of Jupiter at 3 degrees in your communication sector amplifies the reach of your voice. Ideas or messages you share today have the potential to travel farther than anticipated. This could manifest literally through wider distribution of your work, or metaphorically, through the lasting impact your words have on others. Pay attention to synchronicities involving communication, a chance conversation, an unexpected phone call, or an unusual social media interaction could contain valuable insights or opportunities. The Jupiter-Mercury sextile suggests that educational and philosophical topics will resonate particularly strongly today. Venus's influence at 28 degrees Pisces adds a particular charm to your expression style today. You'll find it easier to diplomatically phrase criticisms and navigate potentially contentious conversations with grace. This is an excellent day for negotiations, as you're able to balance assertiveness with genuine consideration for others' perspectives. Business discussions particularly benefit from this balanced approach. The Venus positioning also enhances your ability to communicate on aesthetic and creative matters. Your taste and artistic judgment are especially refined. An interesting cosmic pattern forms between Mercury and Neptune at a 45-degree angle, suggesting that your intuition about what others need to hear is especially accurate today. Trust the subtle nudges guiding you toward certain topics or phrasings. Your subconscious mind is picking up on undercurrents that your rational mind might miss. This intuitive communication style can help bridge gaps of understanding that logic alone cannot cross. You might find yourself saying exactly what someone needs to hear, without consciously realizing the significance of your words until you see their reaction. For Geminis involved in educational pursuits, teaching, or learning environments, your capacity to absorb and transmit information reaches peak efficiency today. Complex concepts can be broken down into accessible components, and your explanations carry unusual clarity and impact. If you've been considering enrolling in a course, submitting an application, or requesting feedback on your work, the cosmic energy strongly supports these actions now. The North Node's position enhances your capacity for growth through intellectual exchange. The day's energy particularly supports multimedia forms of expression, as the Sun in Aries illuminates your sector of creativity and self-expression. If you typically rely solely on verbal or written communication, experimenting with visual, audio, or interactive formats could yield surprisingly effective results. Your natural adaptability as a Gemini is cosmically enhanced, allowing you to seamlessly integrate different communication modes. Consider how you might incorporate images, video, or interactive elements into your communication strategy today. Gemini, on April 8, 2025, your financial landscape appears particularly dynamic as Mercury forms a supportive trine with Jupiter, opening unexpected channels for monetary gain. This cosmic alignment suggests an excellent day for networking that leads to financial opportunities. Conversations initiated today could blossom into profitable ventures within the next 3 weeks. Your natural communicative abilities are heightened, making this an ideal time to pitch ideas, negotiate deals, or request financial backing for projects you've been developing. The moon will be transiting through your 8th house of shared resources, indicating potential benefits through partnerships, investments, or even tax returns. If you've been waiting for news about a loan, grant, or financial support, today's energy supports positive outcomes. Pay special attention to communications that arrive unexpectedly. They may contain valuable financial information or opportunities that require quick action. Meanwhile, Venus, positioned in your 2nd house of personal finances, forms a favorable aspect with Saturn, suggesting that disciplined approaches to money management will yield substantial dividends. This is not merely about immediate gains, but building sustainable financial structures. Consider reviewing your budget, investment portfolio, or retirement planning today. Adjustments made under this influence tend to create lasting stability. Mercury, your ruling planet, is particularly strong today, enhancing your analytical abilities regarding financial matters. You'll likely notice patterns in market trends or business opportunities that others overlook. Trust your instincts if you feel drawn to investigate a particular investment or business opportunity, especially those related to communication, technology, or educational ventures, areas where Gemini naturally excels. Uranus in your 12th house forms a unique aspect with today's Sun position, potentially bringing unexpected financial insights through dreams, meditation, or moments of quiet reflection. Don't dismiss ideas that seem to come from nowhere. They might contain the seeds of financial innovation. This aspect particularly supports creative thinking about passive income streams or unconventional revenue sources. Financially speaking, today also marks the beginning of a 6-week period where taking calculated risks could significantly increase your resource pool. The energy supports diversification rather than placing all your assets in one venture. Consider allocating resources across different opportunities, particularly those that leverage your intellectual assets and communication skills. The day's numerical vibration resonates with abundance patterns, especially for Gemini natives born in the first decan. This suggests that money may come through multiple channels rather than a single source. Be open to side gigs, consulting opportunities, or collaborative projects that might initially